Hi, I'm John Steele from Softeon. In this week's Logistics Insights podcast, an update on new state laws regulating productivity standards in the D.C. We'll be back to discuss this interesting topic in just a few seconds.
This podcast is brought to you by Softeon, providing innovative solutions for warehouse management, warehouse execution, and distributed order management. Softeon, delivering supply chain success every time.
Standards for productivity rates are commonplace among U.S. warehouses and distribution centers, but were largely under the radar until attention turned to Amazon and its widespread use of what the media often calls production quotas in the last decade. The general theme of that media attention has been that Amazon standards are too high and maybe even impossible for workers to achieve, often not even allowing enough time to take a restroom break, among other alleged treatments of fulfillment center workers. In response, legislators in a few states passed laws that will categorize as light regulation relative to D.C. productivity quotas. Naturally, the first in line was California, which was then followed by New York in passing quota rules. While these laws are neutral in their language, it is clear the primary target is Amazon. Now, Washington State has joined the movement. The recently enacted Washington law will go into effect on July 1st, 2024, and is said to strongly resemble New York's law, which becomes effective on July 19 of this year. The Washington law covers employers with at least 100 non-exempt employees at a single distribution center in Washington, or at least 1,000 non-exempt employees at one or more distribution centers that are located in the state. The Act defines quota as a work performance standard where an employee is assigned or required to perform at a specified productivity speed, or perform a quantified number of tasks, or to handle or produce a quantified amount of material within a defined time period. A first-time violation of the new law or any related rules can result in a civil penalty of $1,000. The state will create a schedule of enhanced penalties for repeat violations, up to $10,000 per violation. The key provisions of the Washington law are as follows. Quotas must include time for rest breaks, provide reasonable travel time to rest and meal break locations, and must account for the architecture and geography of the facility, time to work subject to the quota, and time to use the bathroom. So, on the surface, these provisions make sense and are not too burdensome if reasonably applied. The questions raised by the similar California and New York laws are whether workers will flock to the regulators and the courts, alleging the provisions are not being met. Another concern that has been raised is that union organizers use the threat of such actions to pressure warehouse owners to accept unionization in exchange for withdrawal of the claims or the threat of such actions. We'll keep our eyes on this emerging issue here at Logistics Insights. Softeon's warehouse management system contains robust labor productivity tracking, reporting individual performance by task type, direct versus indirect time, and more. We can also deploy a unique statistical approach to developing labor standards that provides most of the benefits of using fully engineered standards, but at much lower cost and complexity. Visit us at Softeon.com to learn more. For Softeon, this has been John Steele. Thanks for listening.